try to help you guys out here. I also brought a very special person for us, our CEO, Gary. And I wanted to just we're going to go over a few other things today, but I just wanted to turn it over to him to talk about who we are as Statewide, and then we'll kind of finish up with what we're doing in the community right now. So I'll hand it on off to Gary here.
Thank you, Rae. I'm not sure exactly how special I am, but I'll do my best today. I'm the CEO of Statewide. I've been with the company for a little over a year now. The company was founded a little over 10 years ago, kind of out of the fall of the housing market, spawned a lot of twist in construction, if you will, and our founders decided that restoration and that piece of construction would be important in the future for obvious reasons that we're experiencing today, but also we're very much community-minded, involved in the community, and the idea of doing something more than just the physical piece of construction or reconstruction, but really getting involved in bringing things back for people that had experienced a loss. And being founded in Northern California, we have dealt with wildfires extensively over the last really 4 years. California's it's almost unfortunately become a norm. So from the 2017 and 18 wildfires to the ones that we have currently going there now, we've been able to help hundreds of victims of these sort of tragedies. And over those years and over the whole decade of growing as an organization, we really have focused on what it's like connecting with the customer, looking at this not as we're trying to sell someone something, because clearly no one comes into this is not a choice, right? I mean, you end up after an event like this trying to put the pieces back together. There are losses of personal property and heirlooms that there's nothing we can do to replace. So our mission and our goal has been to make sure that we make that connection and we focus on the people involved. Any contractor, anyone doing restoration, eventually is going to get a structure rebuilt. But this partnership that takes place, and that's really what it is. This doesn't happen overnight. The amount of administrative red tape that's involved, the steps that are taken, the entirety of the process becomes very much a partnership over the course of months to more than a year in many cases, depending on the type of loss. And so it's very important that in the midst of this, we're talking about more than bricks and sticks and shingles, right? It's people's lives are involved, and they still have to get up and go to work next Wednesday or Thursday or Friday after something like this happens. And no one's ever prepared. How could you be? But it's really the focus for us across all levels, from people like Rae that are some of the first responders out there as far as a company for us, through our contents team, designers, engineers, people helping with selections, all the way through to the project managers and the trades that put the structures back together. So having that sort of focus that permeates the whole organization is a big drive for us, that it isn't just, we don't believe in handing a customer off, if you will. It isn't a Rae's customer at one point that she's helping that becomes someone else's and Rae goes on to other things. The whole organization all the way through. We just add layers of required personnel as we move towards this consistent goal of ultimately getting people back in their houses and lives put back together. At the end of the day, we will do that as fast as can be done responsibly and communicate and be transparent throughout the process. And that's what anyone's looking for. So whether someone chooses us or chooses another restoration contractor, our mission, we think, with things like this, where we get a chance to talk to people, we have a lot of people that for a variety of reasons, it's not always a perfect fit, depending on the size of the loss or the scale or geographic location, but it doesn't change our willingness to be involved. So I know over the last few weeks, Rae and a lot of the other team here in Portland have spent time down here in Mill City working with local churches like we're in today, and really just, I've been in construction now for 32 years. Most of our team, if you look at the Portland office, we're into the hundreds of years of combined construction experience, right? And we've done kind of all walks of it across the breadth of our staff. But I can tell you personally that there's always the satisfaction when you're involved in construction, particularly in residential construction, to drive down a street and see houses that you've built or neighborhoods that you develop. And those are great things. But I can tell you in all of my years that the time that I've spent thus far on the restoration side of things, particularly with what we deal with, which is large loss type restoration, residential structures, it's getting to know families involved, the kids of the families, the dogs and cats. I mean, it's not lost on us, I guess, and it's certainly not lost on me. That piece of it is critical.
And so with us coming down here, and even today, our goal is honestly to always help people. We're already down in the community. We already have houses that we're going to help rebuild. But we've spent a lot of time with volunteer work. We spent a lot of time down at the Gates Church as well, just to be able to help at the Relief Center there. We've come here at the Mill City Christian Church to help out. And a big part of it is we don't expect a return from that. This is the community at the end of the day. We're going to be here, and our goal is to make sure that we actually help the community. So even if you couldn't make it down this weekend, if you weren't able to come on Wednesday, one of the things that we still want to offer and help you is if you need our assistance, if you have questions, we're not asking you to use us. We're just trying to help you as a community and really show our expertise in the sense of being able to get you back on your feet and rebuilding your life, not just your home. It's something as simple, sometimes it's needing a hairbrush. Yesterday we had a call for a hairbrush, and we drove and got somebody a hairbrush, and they have no intention and can't use us. They don't have insurance, but our goal is to help people. And it's important to us to have little meetings like this, to have, interactions with the community, because we are here to help and make sure that the fire restoration industry really does change their standard and become the best at helping people who have gone through trauma, who have gone through loss. And that's why we're here again today. That's why we're willing to meet with you next week, the following weeks. Even if it's 6 months down the road and you have a question, please feel free to go to our website, call our office. We're here to help you. And if you want to have that type of relationship with us, that's amazing, but we're also here to help you if you don't want that relationship. And that's also why we brought Gary up too, because a big part of who we are is really helping people. It's adapting our schedules to come and help you. And we understand we kind of plan these time periods for you. So if it's something that makes it a little bit easier for you, just give us a call and we can meet more one-on-one and really help you out. But as well as just make sure that you are getting all the help you need. I know Mill City Christian Church they have tons of stuff downstairs, but it's sometimes a lot more than just getting physical items back. And so we're here to help with all of that. And so we really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this with us and listening and hearing us out. And we hope to see you soon. And give us a call, go on our website. Any extra questions you have, you can reach out to Pastor Paul too. He can always forward you our information. But we really appreciate Mill City Christian Church allowing us to come down here and share what we have to share with everyone. So thank you guys again.